gotten an invite yet. Your download was taking so long that they left us behind. It's all your fault, Prodigy. It's all your fault. Oh my god, they're starting and didn't get an invite.
Oh my god.
Yep. Okay. So back to old school throwback casting from the Chinese restream.
This time
it's gonna be Tall Dream Alter. Can I make the scoreboard show up? Hey, I can!
Alright, so the stream is looking like it's gonna lag a little bit less for me. And here we are on Tall Dream Alter.
Yeah. Look at that, I actually managed to make the scoreboard show up on the Chinese screen. So you can see the score. You can see the cute scrolling text, and we're going to see LoveCD once again as the Red Protoss in the bottom left-hand corner. MC is going to be the Blue Protoss in the top right. And this is actually, like we were talking about, 4 gates on this map are kind of risky. Because players are getting pretty good when they're trying to defend 4 gates of hunting down those pylons. With the distance on this map, if you successfully hunt down a 4-gate pylon and kill it, that delays the 4-gate so much. Because then it takes them so long to get a probe all the way across the map to build another one that effectively stops the 4-gate. We saw a really nice defensive 4-gate build from MC on this map earlier as well. We started off with 2 gateways. He got out like 3 stalkers and then just started making sentries out of those gateways before warp gate finished. Because of that decreased build time from that patch, he's able to pump out 4 sentries before the warp gate finishes and use those to hold off those wide choke points. And then that buys him enough time to get his 3rd and 4th gateways finished. And that build was just, it was really optimized really well. It allowed him to get a couple probes extra for that defensive 4-gate. It meant that he was still getting his 3rd and 4th gate at a pretty safe time. But he was still getting his unit count out really high, really early. So it was really just an extremely safe defensive 4-gate build from MC. And he was able to turn that around and be aggressive if needed. So it's really solid build. Be curious to see if he goes for the same thing again here on Tall Dream Alter.
You know, MC's builds and just overall strategies, especially in this matchup, are really just very strong and very well adapted to not only this matchup, but the map itself. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he's got in store for us on Tall Dream Alter here, knowing that LoveCD could very well be going for the same kind of Blink Stalker play that we saw last game on Testbug here. And it's going to be a while before either of these players scouts it that they are indeed on the cross positions here on this map. And that does mean that the rush distance is going to be a little bit longer, and that might make them think that going for a 4-gate is going to be a little bit too risky, and we might see something like a 3-gate robotics or even Stargate play instead.
Yeah, sorry guys there, I didn't realize that my scoreboard was blocking the minerals there for LoveCD, so I had to move that over a little bit. And I got a little bit distracted there. I haven't seen any extra gateways from anybody yet, so it looks like MC is actually doing a little bit different build. So he did this build we saw the other day. He did have his 2nd gateway almost done already, but he's saving up quite a lot of minerals here. So what did he just use them on? 3 gateways. MC is going to be aggressive with the 4 gates again, so apparently he's been studying LoveCD. If he has gone back and watched the cast from yesterday, he did see that LoveCD likes to go for those 3-gate tech builds. And in the PvP rock, paper, scissors, an aggressive 4-gate usually does pretty well against the 3-gate tech. So MC has decided that that's what he's going to try and do against LoveCD in this match. We've seen it 2 games in a row. LoveCD against LoveCD, basically every game was going 2 or 3-gate blink. That was just sort of his MO, but this game, LoveCD is going for 4 gates pretty much at the same time as MC. Both players have probes sitting on the opposite side of the map, so we might actually, if this times out well, both players might warp in across the map at the same time. And that could always lead to some interesting situations in PvP.
Yeah, base trade is definitely not out of the question, but especially with the build orders that these players have chosen.
Yeah, but LoveCD does actually warp in at his base right about at the same time that MC is warping in. So he's not actually, he's sniffed this out that MC is being aggressive, so that's not going to happen. LoveCD never actually started a pylon across the map. So that would explain why that didn't happen. Nice micro from LoveCD, moving forward, sniping a Stalker, and then backing off away from those Zealots. That was really well done. What?
Yeah, my stream is like 30 seconds ahead of you right now.
He just paused.
Oh, and he threw it a GG, too.
He GG'd and paused. What?
I don't know what's going on.
I am very confused. Here, I'll be Sella. What? Oh my god. What?
What?
Hamburger? I'm being Sella. Elvin says try? That's epic! He types try in chat. Wow. So I think they're asking if they want to go. They're trying to not let him GG.
I think he might have been complaining about lag or something like that and just wanted to throw it a GG because he's getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Just wants to move on to the next game.
They cut away. So let me check into StarCraft. Did they like just leave? No. Doesn't look like it. Once I get what's figured out what's going here, I'll restart my stream because it's probably like with the buffering of just falling behind yours, and then we'll probably resync. That's hilarious though, like he tries to GG and then the commentators pause and say try. Like, can you imagine if somebody did that to Idra? Like, if, like, when he GG'd at MLG, like, if Day9 paused the game and typed try, question mark, in chat? Could you imagine?
Like, nope, try, you gotta play it out.
Okay, I still hear them chatting.
New anti-Idra rule, every game that Idra's in, he's not allowed to actually call it GG. He has to actually wait until all of his buildings are destroyed. Watch his win rate double.
Okay. It sounds like there's menu sounds going on, so they might have actually just given MC the win. So I'm gonna restart my stream real quick, see if I can resync with you.
Well, mine keeps randomly buffering too.
Yeah. Okay, so restarting the stream while the commentators figure out what's going on. I think MC gets the win.
You know, aside from that GG, it was definitely too early to call.
Yeah, I mean, there was some nice micro from LoveCD going on there. He definitely could have held that. I don't know.
I think, I don't know, maybe he's just not comfortable with the situation that he put himself in with the pseudo potential base trade that could have been happening there. And maybe he just felt like he made a mistake and was like, well, this game's over, let's move on. I don't know. Just kind of a language barrier.
There's people in chat, like, kind of translating after the fact, saying what they're saying in chat. They're saying he was complaining about lag. But that's about the only thing I'm getting. Problem is he GG'd, then he paused, then he said lag. So some tournaments would say, okay, well you're dead now because he said GG.
Yeah.
And it wasn't GGG. Like, in Korea, any 3 letters, like the same letter 3 times means pause. Because that comes back from Korea. Brood War, any 2 letters was GG. So in order to pause, it had to be the same thing 3 times, like PPP or something. Like, if it was 3 times, it was pause. If it was 2, you were giving up.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I hear Warpins. Oh, they're still in game. Okay. Net speed not good. Elvin's typing in English for some reason. So they are going to continue to go through this. MC is going to attack in. The problem is it's really tough to micro after a long pause like that. Like, LoveCD was doing some nice micro moves. It looked like he was in a pretty good situation. Then immediately after the unpause, MC's Zealots were like 2 inches from his Stalkers. So it was really difficult for LoveCD to grab his units and micro that properly. So he took a lot of losses to those Zealots because of the unpause. Making it really difficult for him, but as you can see, he can still hold this. It's just very difficult at this point. MC's definitely making progress because his Zealot did a good amount of damage. Now both players warping in Zealots, but MC looks like he is going to be able to take out enough units. You can see he's focus firing the Stalkers very nicely. His Zealots that have been warping in are doing quite a bit as well. But MC's having to back off, waiting for his own reinforcements. APM tab is going completely insane. Momentum is definitely here in favor of MC right now, but LoveCD is still capable of holding this off if he micros it really well. There's got kind of micro wars going on right now.
Yeah, LoveCD really can't afford to make any mistakes in this situation. He needs to make sure his Zealots are in front, and MC just needs to get a small advantage just to try and tip LoveCD over. He does have a little bit of momentum right now, like you were saying, and as long as he can capitalize on this, then he can take this game home right now. But LoveCD, with a little bit of that defender's advantage, some of the Zealots right now are going to get in on some of those Stalkers, but the nice focus fire there from MC is going to take care of that. Some Zealots of MC up in the front lines, and we've got some